She left, and now you're trapped in that quiet war that rages behind closed eyes every night. The kind where you lie awake, scrolling through old texts, replaying memories, wondering if you ever truly mattered to her, if she still thinks about you, or if she's already forgotten. Maybe you've already typed out that message, "Hey, can we talk?" and hovered over the send button, heart trembling. Let me stop you right there, because if you want her back, there's one thing you absolutely must not do. One mistake almost every man makes when heartbreak strikes. A mistake that doesn't just push her further away. It strips you of the very dignity that made you attractive to her in the first place. It's not texting. It's not calling. It's not apologizing. It's handing over your power in the name of love. And once you surrender that, it's already over. So let's talk about what truly works. About what actually draws her attention back. About how to heal without losing yourself. If you're serious about getting her back, or more importantly, getting yourself back, this is where it begins. Number 1. The biggest mistake men make after a breakup. When the breakup hits, most men don't grieve. They react. And that first reaction? Panic. You feel the void, the hollow silence, the overwhelming loneliness. So you rush to fill it. You start sending those desperate texts, "I miss you. Please, just talk to me. I'll change, I promise." You think if you can just say the right thing at the right time, you'll pull her back in. But here's what you don't realize. When you reach out from a place of fear, you're not showing her love. You're showing her weakness. You're bleeding insecurity. You're not pulling her in, you're driving her further away. Because no one wants to return to someone who's crumbling. The biggest mistake you can make is believing that more effort equals more attraction. It doesn't. Attraction isn't logical. It's instinctive. And the moment she feels you're clinging, that you need her to breathe, the dynamic shifts. And it's a shift that's almost impossible to recover from. She might respond out of guilt, out of pity, but never out of genuine desire. You can't beg your way back into someone's heart. You can't guilt-trip someone into loving you. And if you try, you lose her and you lose yourself. So if you want her back, don't chase her. Chase your dignity. Number 2. Why distance is power. There's a truth most men never learn. What you walk away from defines you just as much as what you fight for. When you stop calling, stop texting, stop trying to convince her to care, something profound happens. You break the cycle. You lift the weight off her chest and yours. You allow her to feel the full weight of your absence. No reminders, no emotional noise, no desperate energy polluting the silence. This isn't a trick. It's emotional discipline. Most people think distance means giving up, but it's the opposite. Distance creates space for realization. It allows her to see you without the haze of emotional chaos. And more importantly, it allows you to see yourself again. It resets the energy. When a man withdraws, he forces a woman to ask herself a very uncomfortable question. Why isn't he chasing me anymore? And that curiosity, that confusion, it's powerful. But it only works if your silence is real. If you're truly healing, truly rebuilding. Not faking strength just to provoke a reaction. Pulling away reconnects you to the voice you buried beneath anxiety and attachment. It reminds you of who you were before you made someone else the center of your world. This is how you begin to lead again. Not just in relationships, in your life. Number 3. The myth of closure. Here's the lie that keeps men trapped for months, sometimes years. I just need closure. But let's be honest, you're not seeking closure. You're seeking comfort. You want her to explain why she left in a way that soothes your ego. You want her to tell you it wasn't your fault. that she still loves you, even if she has no intention of coming back. But that's not closure. That's fantasy. And most of the time, you won't get it, because most people don't leave with clean, logical reasons. They leave in chaos, in confusion, in feelings even they can't fully explain. Waiting for closure is like waiting for a wound to heal while you keep reopening it with every what if. You don't need another conversation. You need acceptance, not of what could have been, not of what should have been, but of what is. Let go of the illusion that one more talk will fix the hurt. Peace doesn't come from her answers. It comes from your decision to stop needing them. Number 4. Rebuilding from ground zero. Here's the trap that catches most men after the dust settles. They sit in the silence, in the emptiness, waiting. Waiting for her to text. Waiting for a sign. Waiting for a miracle that never comes, but waiting is just another form of hoping. And hope, when it depends on someone else's choice, is just another prison. So what do? You rebuild, brick by brick, from the inside out. You get in shape, not for her, but because discipline reignites confidence. You clean your space. You wake up early. You dive back into your purpose, even when it feels hollow. You create a life where you are the center, not her memory. Because here's what happens when you rise. The past stops looking so perfect. You start seeing the red flags you once ignored. You stop romanticizing a love that broke you, and you start demanding a love that builds you. If she ever comes back, she won't be returning to the broken man she left. She'll be standing before someone she might no longer deserve. Number 5. If she comes back, what then? Let's say the silence works. She reaches out, tells you she's been thinking, maybe even that she made a mistake. What do you do first? You don't rush. You don't fall to your knees, desperate to rewind the clock. You pause. You breathe. And you ask yourself hard questions. Is she apologizing for what she did or just for how she feels right now? Is she missing you? Or is she just missing the comfort of having someone? Is this about love? Or about loneliness? And more importantly, are you still that same man? Because if you've done the work, if you've healed, grown, rebuilt, you're not the same. And you won't accept crumbs just to fill the silence. This isn't about revenge. It's about standards. It's about protecting the man you fought so hard to become. Forgive if you want to, but never forget the version of you that once begged just to be chosen. The art of letting go. Letting go isn't weakness. It's the ultimate strength. The kind of strength that doesn't shout, doesn't plead, doesn't crumble. It walks away with quiet dignity, even when the heart still aches. Letting go doesn't mean you didn't love her. It means you finally love yourself more. You stop clinging to what left. You stop replaying what could have been. You stop waiting for someone to heal a wound they helped create. You realize you are the closure. The day you stop explaining, stop chasing, stop needing, that's the day you win. Real power comes in the silence between one message and no reply. In the calm that comes when you whisper to yourself, I deserve more, and if she ever looks back, let her see a man who didn't fall apart without her. Let her see a man who rebuilt, evolved, and became untouchable. Not because he got bitter, but because he got better. So much better, that the man she left no longer exists. That's the real art of letting go. Not in anger, not in bitterness, but in calm, unshakable peace. Because that's what gets her attention. That's what gets your life back. And maybe that's what finally gets you. If this message resonates with you, if you've been struggling silently in that invisible tug of war with someone who walked away, take a moment. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're ready to rise above the pain, above the noise, and rebuild something real. And drop a comment below. Not for her, not for them, for you. Because sometimes, writing it out is the first real step to letting go. Your story isn't over. It's just beginning. And the next chapter, it starts with you.